It's time for another 2-minute tech tip.
Hey everyone, JB here from the Oracle Jet team. In this 2-minute tech tip, we're going to talk about responsive utilities and how it can be used to change the layout of a list view simply by changing your device size. A great way to show off how responsive utilities can work is to take a look at the existing Jet cookbook demo for list view card layout. And this simply allows through a button click to change between a list layout and a card layout. And if I switch over to a smaller form factor, it still works off the button. I want this to go to list layout automatically when I change between device sizes. To do that, I'm going to look at this HTML and make a few changes. The display attribute, which is what actually changes that thing between card, or the list view layout between card and list, I'm going to change that to another variable called device size. And over in the JavaScript, I'm going to add in the dependency to a couple of utilities, one called responsive utils, one called responsive knockout utils. Down in the code itself, I'm going to add a couple of items, a couple of different variables. Now these variables, the large query is actually using the responsive utils.get framework query, which is pulling from a static list of media query strings, the actual CSS that defines that media query. That's part of the Jet theme. You can look at the documentation for how that's all set up. Once I have that string, I'm going to use responsive knockout utils to create an observable based on that string. And whenever the device size goes into that value, it will return either a true or false. I'm going to use that device size variable that I just talked about, and that's going to be a pure computed, which reevaluates itself every time something changes inside of it. And in this case, we're going to use this .large, where if that has a value of true, it's going to return card. If it's false, it's going to return list. I apply those changes, and now when we switch from desktop over to phone, it automatically changes into list.
Was that a good tip?
All the excitement of water sports.
We want your opinion. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned.